It's so beautiful right now. It's nice and cool, but the sun is out. The clouds are interesting. Now that I'm home, I'll explain more about what I was meaning to talk about. Also, first of all, welcome to the vlog. I realized that I don't ever start these vlogs with like a hey, welcome to the vlog. I just don't remember to ever do it. Anyway, I woke up this morning. First of all, I slept horribly last night. I've been mentioning for the last few months that there is something going on with, I'm assuming, my lower back. Something in my back is causing pins and needles up and down my entire legs anytime that I sit or lay down. And every once in a while, I can get into a good, comfortable position and be okay for a little while. But for the most part, it's driving me crazy all day, every day, and it affects my sleep. I have trained myself to sleep on my back. I used to be a strictly like side or front sleeper, never on my back. But sleeping on my side would just like instantly be a problem. So, but even with sleeping on my back, I have still just not been sleeping well. I wake up and, like my entire lower half of my body is numb, or I'm in pain, or just something of the sort. Sometimes it's just like my toes, and then sometimes it's like my entire leg. I'm not looking for any suggestions or anything. I have done some research myself. It's probably something related to sciatica. I am someone that goes on daily walks. I do yoga. I have specifically added sciatica stretches to my daily thing, and nothing is changing it. Nothing's fixing it. And I am really hesitant to go to the doctor right now because we're still in a global pandemic. It's still pretty bad here in Arizona, and I just don't want to take up space when there's like so much other like horrible stuff going on. I do have a therapy appointment in a couple of days, and my therapist is directly connected with my PCP, so I'm gonna ask her like realistically what she thinks. If like she's probably gonna tell me to call my doctor, but anyway, I say all this to give context to why I have not been sleeping. And then for some reason, my dog just was very restless last night, and he came to, he like scratches at my door. Usually just like, not even every night, but every couple of nights, he'll come scratch on my door so that I will let him outside, because my room is the closest to the backyard. And it's usually no problem. I usually have to go to the bathroom myself, so I'm like, whatever. But for some reason last night he did that 3 times, and so I did not sleep well. And when I woke up this morning, the pins and needles was like immediate, and I was starting to feel anxious about what it is, and part of me fears, because of the trauma of Lyme disease, a part of me fears that I'll go into my PCP and be told either there's nothing wrong with me, or it's not that bad, or there's nothing they can do. And I'm like, I can't deal with that if that's the case. So I have to get over that, and I have to take care of myself, whatever that looks like. If that means going to the doctor and being told that, then whatever. And I have to figure out what the next step is after that. But it's just, it brings back so many horrible memories, and it's making me emotional because, as so many of you can understand probably from being chronically ill, that like, just like the devastation of either not being believed or being told, well, it could be worse. So like, deal with it, when it's like, this is affecting my all day, every day. So anyway, God, this story is so long. So this morning I woke up and I felt paralyzed. Not okay, maybe I shouldn't use the word paralyzed. So if you have an opinion on that, let me know, let me learn if I shouldn't use the word paralyzed. I felt frozen in my ability to do anything because I just like I couldn't. Usually I get up, I eat breakfast, I go for a walk, and then I come home, do yoga, and start my day, right? And I know that like that's vital to what's going on. Like I can't, I don't want to like give in to not doing that because I just don't feel like it or whatever. But for some reason this morning, I just felt like I was literally just pacing around my room, and I was like struggling with like, oh, just don't do it. If if it's causing you this much stress, like don't do it. Just don't go. And then I was like, well, I really want to go get a new scented candle because I'm gonna catch you up on the scented candle thing. And then I was like, well, maybe I'll walk to the store to get a scented candle because I could just walk up to Ross and that would get my walk in plus the scented candle thing. But I like, even with that plan in, I like could not get myself to do it. And I was just pacing around my room, just unable to commit. I don't know what it was. It was just like I was stuck. So then I was like, F it. I'm gonna just lay down in bed, try and find a comfortable position and be miserable because I can't find a comfortable position. Like even right now as I'm doing this, I'm in pain. And so then I was scrolling through my phone and I don't even remember exactly what it was that I saw, but there was just like someone posted something of them either walking or doing yoga or something. It like flipped a switch and I was suddenly able to get up and go do my walk. I don't know, but I was like antagonizing myself for like 2 hours prior to that moment. I don't know what my deal was. It was so strange. And I also decided I wasn't going to do my normal walk, that I was going to walk to Circle K and get teas, which you saw, because I don't know if I actually showed you that I got teas, but I got my 2 teas that I like to get at Circle K. You get 2 for $3.33, and I love the number 333, so it's good. I don't know if they marketed it that way on purpose to entice people to buy it. I mean, I like the tea. I would get it, but the reason I get 2 is because you get 2 for $3.33. Anyway, and once I was out and walking, it was so beautiful out. The clouds just were really amazing today. And it's nice and breezy and the sun is warm. And I got home and I didn't do my yoga. Today's yoga was literally just laying on my back and stretching out, like my hips and my lower back. So today has been kind of a weird morning. I don't know what was going on with me. And I hope that whatever's going on with my back and my legs gets figured out. But the only way it's going to get figured out is if I go to the doctor. So maybe in the next couple of weeks. Before I forget, I have to catch you guys up on this disappointing candle. So I was so excited because it smelled amazing when I first got it, and the first 3 days that it burned, it smelled really good, and it was like really strong too. Like I'd put it out at the end of the day before I went to bed, and the next day my room, without even lighting it, would still smell like green tea, and I just really loved the scent. It was super earthy and just very pleasant. Gosh. Then on the 4th day of burning it, the smell changed to like burnt green tea. Like it was no longer a pleasant smell. It was more like someone left their green tea burning on their counter. And it burned so fast. I only burned it for 3 days and not even like all day long. And it just stinks now. Like it just smells burnt. And I should have more candle. So I'm really disappointed in this. I'm not going to buy this brand again. It's from Target. I don't think I've ever bought this candle brand before because I usually buy my candles from Ross, because they're so much cheaper. I mean, you don't have as much of a selection, but they're so much cheaper. They're usually like the leftover candles or whatever, but anyway, so that's my little update on this candle. I was so excited about it, and now I'm disappointed. If you guys have any scented candle suggestions, I'd love to hear them. Even if I have to spend a little bit more, like to support a small business, that'd be cool. But it's hard for me to buy candles online because I'm very sensitive to smells. And so I'm really, really picky about what my candle smells like. My friend was like, I would never, ever buy you a scented candle because you would probably hate it. And because I'm so picky about it, just on scent alone. I really love making collages. I've been into it since I was like a tween. And I remember making collages, like I was obsessed with buying like teen magazines, especially when I was like a younger teenager. And like anytime I'd go to the store with my mom, it was like always a really good day if she agreed to buy me some like J14 or Teen Vogue or 17 magazine. I can't remember any other ones. I remember J14 was like my favorite though. And I'd get home, and normally at that time I was making collages of like my favorite boy bands, like NSYNC and stuff like that. I can actually show you. I would also like do my journals in collages. This is probably super embarrassing. Let's see what's on here. So, I mean, all super, oh my god, I haven't looked at this in such a long time. This art style, I was like obsessed with. This is like so cute to me, even still. Whoever this artist is, actually, that's not the same, I don't think, but whoever did these, I love that. Yeah, like, I just love that art style, but anyway, I think I was overcompensating, but I was kind of obsessed. Oh my god, I love this. Putting the eyes on my queens, Mary Kate and Ashley. Oh, look at these cool names. Dryden, Travis, Luke, Aiden. That's really interesting. So this was 2004, so I was 15. No, that doesn't make any sense. Maybe was I 15 in 2004? I don't know, that seems kind of old for this, but whatever. That's the name of my nephew, who is almost 16, and he wasn't born yet. He wouldn't be born for another year or so. So I think that's really funny that my nephew's name was a cool name. Oh my god, old drawings. A drawing I did of my friend Tina. That's probably supposed to be my friend Hannah. Brian. Eric, Rahel. That's probably supposed to be Jeff. This is so funny. I mean, you don't know who these people are, so you don't know if I'm accurate or not. But, oh, that's, okay. Okay, so these are all like church, my friends from church at the time when growing up. I mean, Tina has been my best friend since I was a little tiny child, but, and Jeffrey and I actually were in the nursery together at church. Anyway, these must be like notes from when we were in church. So, that's some interesting drawings. What is going on? Anyway, I have not looked at this in a very long time. I know that in a previous vlog, I went through one of my old journals. It was a little bit newer though, like in my early 20s where I was like severely depressed. This is from 2004. Yeah, so I would have been 15. So this is like how old my nephew is right now. That's kind of interesting. I wish I felt like I did the last time I wrote. I hate everything and I sit and cry here. We went to the doctor and found out what's wrong, but the medicine isn't working and I'm stressing out. My school is so hard and my grades are dropping. Why is this happening to me? I sit and watch my friends go to school feeling great and that's what I want. Why? I hate my life at the moment and it hurts to say that. It scares me because they say my sister went through the same thing I am. That's what scares me the most. I love my sister, but I don't want to be like her. I want to graduate and go to college and become a teacher. I realized I've been sick all of this 2004 year. I'm miserable. So this is when I first started getting sick and I was struggling a lot with my digestive issues. I like constantly was in stomach pain and nausea and like no one could figure out why. And I also think looking back that I just intrinsically knew that there was something wrong with me and that caused me anxiety on top of what I was feeling. And anxiety isn't going to help in any way. It's just going to make things worse. And so I was struggling a lot with that as well. I feel so selfish for it because there are so many people who have it so much worse than me. I don't know why I write this stuff down. It's just going to make me remember this horrible stuff. I don't know what to do. Poor Lizzie from the past, especially knowing that like, I mean, I struggled. This didn't get much worse over the course of the 4 years that I was in high school. I found a way to manage it. I was still like in and out of doctors that whole time trying to cure what I was going through, and it didn't happen because I wouldn't be diagnosed with Lyme disease for another like till 2009, like the end of 2009, beginning of 2010, and it would only get worse. But I mean, in high school, I was lucky enough to be able to be an athlete. I struggled with it because my body was like fighting against me, but I still managed to do it, and I was pretty good. There were lots of nights when I would just cry in bed because of how much pain I was in and just feeling bad and not understanding why doctors couldn't figure it out. I was eventually diagnosed with dyspepsia, which is basically just like a sensitive stomach, and I shuffled through so many different medications. And looking back now as an adult and having better understanding of things, I realized that some of the medications were just like an anti-anxiety thing, which whatever, like there are lots of people who their anxiety manifests as upset stomach. Like that's a real thing, and if anti-anxiety medicine helps your stomach, then by all means, you know. But for me, even on those anti-anxiety meds, I was still in pain, I was still sick, and it's because what I was sick with was a really bad chronic infection that they just couldn't find. We won our softball game. The score was 40-6. What? 40-6. We annihilated whatever team that was. I wish I would have written down what school it was, because that's really interesting. I hit a single home run and I hit a grand slam. What school would we have been playing against where we would have just like dominated? This would have been freshman year. Well, yeah, we had a really good. So it's interesting about my high school softball career is that our freshman team was so good. We were so good. Each of us came from middle schools where we had a solid team, we had solid coaches. We each individually had natural talents. I don't know if to say that, but like and I remember specifically there were at least 3 girls that came to high school together from the same school, and they were rivals from my middle school. So I played against them in middle school, and they were always the school that we like kind of were like would look up to and be jealous of, because one, they were in like the rich part of Phoenix. They got a ton of funding. They all went to like softball camps like in the summertime and stuff. So they were like they had a lot of training. Sweet, awesome girls. They were incredibly smart and really cool, down to earth girls. Probably to this day, but I don't know any of them anymore. And Anyway, so we all came to the same school for high school unknowingly, along with a few other girls from different schools. And we formed a really amazing freshman team. We were so good, in fact, that we scrimmaged against the JV and varsity teams of our high school and beat them. But because we were freshmen, and because they needed to let the older girls have a team to play, we couldn't like move up to varsity, obviously, like even though we were good enough to be playing against other varsity teams. So our freshman year, we kicked butt, and I think we may have lost like 1 or 2 games, like maybe, especially because when that happened, it was because our main pitcher, we had 2, both of them were dancers, and so sometimes that interfered, like towards the end of the season usually, with dance things. And so they weren't taken out. They had to go do these dance things for their dance class, and I had to pitch. And I pitched a little bit in middle school, but I wasn't like our main pitcher. And so I would pitch, and then I usually played center field because I have a really good arm and I run really fast. I miss softball. I love softball so much, if you can't tell. And so I just remember, this is such a vivid memory. I was so mad because, first of all, I didn't want to be pitching. I wanted to be playing center field. And I wasn't pitching great because the girls were hitting. The other team was hitting very well, and they'd hit out into center field, and whoever was filling in for me in center field was not doing a good job. And I'm like, I can't be everywhere at once. I was so mad. Oh my gosh, it's a good thing I wasn't, what is it called, like a captain? I was not a good captain that day, because usually your pitcher is like your captain. They're the captain of the team. They bring everyone together. That was not me that day. So anyway, I was only showing you this to show that I've been doing collages since I was very young. But in the last couple of days, I've been wanting to make, this is a nice angle, I've been wanting to make more to put up on my wall over there to accompany the art piece that I have up there. So, oh yeah, check out these bunnies. I've had in bags stuffed in the bottom of my closet for like 15 years probably, and I randomly thought about them today. I was like, I'm gonna pull them out and see what they're like, and so I've got these giant bunnies that I'm in love with. Okay, I just said 15 years, but I've had these bunnies way longer than 15 years because I'm in my 30s, so 15 years ago would be like 15 years old, but I've had these since I was a small child, so I clearly don't know how to do math quickly, and I've had these bunnies a very long time. They've probably been in my closet for 15 years, but before that, they were in my bedroom. Not this room, obviously, but my childhood bedroom. Okay, so we've got this one, which is like, I was anticipating like a manifestation vision board type of thing. You know, we've got the money, we've got some house plants. This thing right next to my face with the clouds talks about like your higher self. I interpret this as like just living and breathing good things. This is because I want to manifest a tattoo. And then this quote I really like. It says, "We believe in a quality of life that is authentic and optimistic, one that embraces a spirit of togetherness and honors the individual beauty in each of us." I don't know who to credit for that quote. I found it in a magazine. And then I also have the career move that'll change everything. And then a fortune cookie that says, "You will receive a surprising gift very soon." So this is my little manifestation vision board for the coming months. And then this one is just a bunch of cool images of women that I was just like really drawn to, and I just love it. And I'm working on a couple other ones. I have like 4 other boards, 4 other canvases that I want to make collages on, but I'm just taking my time with it and just having fun when I have a moment of inspiration. So that's it for this vlog. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're having a good week. I hope you're having a good life. I hope you're well as you can be. And the day that I'm filming this, but not the day that this is going up because I need to edit and upload it, but the day that I'm the day that I'm filming this in 2 days, which is Tuesday, is my birthday. And I'm excited and happy. I don't have any plans. I'm not doing anything. I'm like 100% gonna be within the first 2 days of my period, which are the worst times of the entire month. So I'm just anticipating like not doing literally anything. I'm gonna order lunch in. My mom is gonna bake me a cake. And that's it. That's all I have planned, but I just feel good about it. I feel happy about it. I'm excited for my birthday, and that's all. So do something nice for yourself in honor of my birthday. I give you permission to just do something you want to do. I would also like to add real quick that to catch you guys up, to let you know that I have made an appointment to see my doctor virtually March 1st. So I did end up making an appointment, and I'll let you guys know how that goes. As always, I hope you're doing well, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!